Welcome back. With us right now is Denny Welch with of course, the Community Civic Association. And you have an event coming up next Thursday on the 23rd. You've done this
Correct.
before, I know
Yes.
that, several times I think. And it's really about homeowners and rentals insurance. And what it is, it's about people that, you've talked about this before, that
many years.
may not carry this type of insurance. They think, well, I live here, whether I'm in a co-op or a condo, I'm covered.
That's the big misconception.
Right.
And guess what? They're not.
No, they're not covered.
They're not.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that we have put this together and have gone into detail in the booklet about all the various things that are.
Yeah. And what's interesting is, I know you've shown this in the past, and you've talked about how the dwelling itself is covered kind of to the inside walls, and that's really about it. But whether it's a fire, an earthquake, whatever it may be, people would walk back into their unit, and all they're going to see is the drywall there,
Exactly.
pipes sticking out for where the fixtures would go, and a cement foundation, and that's it.
That's right, and we have to have people to be aware of these things. Now, Third has changed some of their rules and regulations, but the biggest thing that was changed with them is that the member is responsible for interior components such as flooring, covering, cabinets, appliances, doors, windows, and plumbing fixtures, including the water heater.
Right.
And so they have spelled it out here more than they had before, but it's still basically the same thing.
Yeah.
And you have to have enough, because replacing, I'll never forget, this was going back about 4 or 5 years, but a lady in Third had 10% coverage, and she had a horrible fire, and,
Yeah.
and she lost her bathroom and her kitchen, and so it cost her $40,000, $50,000, $60,000.
Right.
Instead of paying a little bit more and getting a larger coverage.
Yeah, exactly.
On that, and it was a matter of small dollars.
Yeah, it really is.
It was small dollars, and then she was left with this. But I found in my files pictures actually of Laguna Woods.
Yeah, I think that might have been the first slide. Are you covered for these?
Yeah.
And you have some photos there, but
And these are actually taken in Laguna Woods.
Right.
These are floods in Laguna Woods, and this is a fire in Laguna Woods. So
and I want to mention to people that whether you live in a co-op in United or condo in Third or the towers or whatever, you need to you speak to someone who's in the insurance business to find out what's right for you. And here's some photos here.
Yeah, here they are.
And what you're going to find out is that, in general, you're not talking about a lot of money for the entire year. In some cases, it can be $200, $250 or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now,
Exactly.
earthquake insurance is different.
But
Yes.
and we've been talking about earthquake off and on for a long time. So I called the CEO of the California Earthquake Authority and asked him to come down and present to us. So he's coming down, and
that's Glenn Pomeroy?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And so I'm thrilled to have him come down, because he's really made a big difference in Sacramento in earthquake insurance, and has brought it down to an affordable
Right.
thing, and that you have all kinds of different options.
Yes, you do.
Available, and that's what we want people to see.
Right.
Because people say, well, it'll never happen. Well, as this seismic graphs we're concerned, the last one was in South Napa in 2014, and then in 2003 in San Simeon, and
Right.
Hector, Maine in 1999. Well, we have these things, and then in Northridge, which everyone keeps talking about, but that was back in 1994.
Right.
So that we have to be prepared.
Right.
So
your event is coming up again on Thursday, next Thursday, not the
Yes.
one, not Thursday 2 days
No.
from now. It's the 23rd at Clubhouse 5, and the doors open at 9 in the morning. Presentation starts at 9:30. And as you said, Glenn Pomeroy, the CEO of the California Earthquake Authority, will be there. Dan Yost, who's a risk analyst here, and also Frank Garza. So you're going to have people that are going to be speaking about this. People can ask questions.
yes, exactly, and we've got 8 or 10 agents
Okay.
who are coming in as well, and so that people can come and ask their specific questions of the agents
Right.
there to get the prices
Yeah, exactly.
on what things, because it all depends on what you choose. But I really suggest that people get their information down and to ask the questions,
Yeah.
because you might say, oh, it's too expensive. Well, if you don't ask,
Like you said, always
if you
just
don't ask, you don't know.
Right.
And you might be very, very surprised that it is very affordable.
Yeah, exactly. And even when it comes to earthquake insurance, I've looked in that myself. And what's interesting is because of the California Rocks, they call it, you can find, that's the
Right.
website. But nowadays, it's the same price. It does not matter what agency you go with. I know I was looking for our home, and I looked at all the major brands, Allstate,
Right.
Liberty, and all that. I kept going through it, and I'm going, oh, it's the same price no matter who I choose, and
Yeah.
it was purposely set up that way. And you'll find that nowadays it's very affordable. I mean, even in our case, for a single-family 2-story home, I can get it for like $350 a year.
A year,
I mean,
right.
years ago, that was thousands you
Yes.
had to put out.
Yes.
So, and you can change your deductibles now and all that kind of stuff.
And they
Yeah.
also have something, if people are interested in doing retrofitting, and that,
Right.
that they've got a special program for that. So that might entice some of our residents
Yeah.
who are doing major changes.
Exactly. So again, this is coming up next Thursday, February 23rd. Clubhouse 5 at 9 o'clock in the morning. The doors will open. It starts at 9:30. Homeowners and renters insurance folks will be there, and also gentlemen from the California Earthquake Authority as well.
And I really want to push that the renters should be coming to have things, because they are not covered.
Right.
And so I can't push enough that people who are renting should come and get insurance to cover their belongings.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, when we talk about renters insurance, that in some cases covers what the co-ops would be and things like that. So it's about the same cost. Sometimes people just call it that, but you'll find it's very affordable.
Right,
Yeah, definitely.
and you have to have it.
Yeah.
You really do. Let's live on the safe side, and
Exactly.
let's not, take the dice and roll them.
Exactly. Denise, always good to see you. Thank you very much. Take
Thank
care.
you.
And again, next Thursday, the 23rd at Clubhouse 5 starts at 9:30. And get over there a little bit early and get all kinds of information. And as Denise always says, just ask, right?
Just ask.
Just ask.
Just ask.
All right, we'll be right back. Thank you.